Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje. Here's my prediction. Here's my reasons why I came to this prediction. Judging off the first time that they met in the octagon, what I immediately seen from that fight was that leg kick. Justin Gaethje threw that infamous leg kick, and everyone's saying, oh my god, he landed that leg kick. But what they didn't see, what I saw, was that counter left that Dustin Poirier was slowly landing after the leg kick landed. It was in there, it was quick, it was soft, it wasn't powerful yet, but it was a very amazing counter off the leg kick. And my first thought was, that is going to be a big problem. If you didn't see the fight, keep watching, because I'm going to tell you why that was a big problem. Now here's a reason why you might want to watch the fights without listening to the commentary. Because what we heard in that first fight was DC saying how Dustin Poirier needed to get some respect from Gaethje because he was beating him badly. But that's not what I saw. What I saw was Dustin Poirier was beating the hell out of Justin Gaethje. They just kept on focusing on that one leg kick. If you don't believe me, go back and watch that fight. The leg kick was being massively overblown. Round one went to Dustin Poirier. He was beating the hell out of Gaethje, and it was not being covered by the commentating. Round two, what do we have? An eye poke. An eye poke right in Dustin's eyes. But what do we see after he recovers from that? Quickly, we see that straight left landing again, and that lead right hook. A very powerful, sturdy right hook. Kept on landing, but again was being overshadowed by the phantom leg kick. Also in round two, you'll hear Dominic Cruz saying that Dustin Poirier was starting to look weathered. That was not the case. Go back and watch this fight. Poirier was beating the brakes off of Justin Gaethje, but they weren't looking at it. They weren't giving him any credit. If you go back and watch that fight, you're going to see that he was landing the much heavier punches. Dustin Poirier won round two. Round three, we see Gaethje walking forward, stalking Poirier, and landing some shots, but I could see that he was still having a hard time figuring Poirier out. Even though he was landing punches, he was eating heavy shots consistently. Then he finally lands a massive counter right hand, followed by an elbow, which I think that was enough to win him the round. When Gaethje landed that massive right hand, followed by the elbow, Poirier was in big trouble. And the reason why Gaethje didn't step on the gas and get the finish is because he was getting beat the hell up. He couldn't just step in on Poirier because he was getting his ass kicked, but nobody else in the commentating booth was seeing that. After that elbow, Poirier was hanging on for dear life, but all Gaethje could do was hold him against the cage because he was the one getting beat up, not Poirier. Then, a second eye poke, which led to a point deduction. Round three, 9-9 round because of the point deduction. Round four, Gaethje opens up with a big leg kick, and just like in round one, here comes that counter. Boom! Left lands flush on his chin and sends him reeling back. Beginning of the end because of that counter off the leg kick. And don't forget, Gaethje was already beat the hell up, so it didn't take much to finish him. So that fight ends in a stoppage for Dustin Poirier. My official prediction for the rematch at 291, Gaethje was already a step behind, 2 steps behind. After 2 eye pokes, he was already a step behind the whole fight, and that's why he's going to lose this fight. I think he's going to lose by a hard-fought decision. Dustin Poirier, split decision. If you're curious to see where I get my boxing knowledge and intellect from, watch my documentary, A Real-Life Underdog Story, out now on Amazon Prime Video, starring myself and Platinum Mike Perry. If you haven't already, hit that like button and hit that subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Just a heads up, I'm going to do some live commentary, unbiased commentary, on the fights Saturday night. So subscribe if you want to watch.